Okay. Who needs them?
You can multitask,
Exactly,
right?
yeah.
You can do whatever you want.
I don't know. Set up a couple of lights. Try to reflector. It's hard to reflect yourself. Likes me some soda. I think it's rolling now. That's rolling. Hello, hello, hello. Well, we'll see what happens. Hi, everybody. So I'm attempting something today that I've never attempted before. Well, that's a lie. I attempted this when I was a brand new TV guy. Back in my first market. Make sure my microphone's not covered up. See, this is what we do. And that's being a one-man band. Being my own photographer, editor, writer, host. Colorist, audio sweetening, audio tech, production assistant, whatever. I mean, you name it. I'm going to do it today, and we'll see how this all works out. It's great to have a crew, I'm telling you. But I'm the crew today, so we're going to see how this works. It's something that I've wanted to do. I see it as a great challenge and a great nightmare. I'm off. Going to the mountains. Head to the mountains of my home. I'm not going to finish that beer commercial, because that would be altogether inappropriate for the kiddies. Yeah, you see? This might be muffled right now, because the seatbelt is covering my microphone. I'm gonna have to hold the seatbelt away from my microphone, or figure out something else to do with that. Cannot decide if that car is gonna turn, and that car cannot decide if it's gonna turn. So here's the deal. I'm going to do what I've done before. And this is what I have to do right now. Especially when I don't have somebody following me at the camera. Can't very well go knock on doors with a camera behind me, because there is no camera behind me. I could do the whole Survivor Man thing, right? And knock on doors, set up a tripod at the curb, walk up to a door, knock on it, go get the tripod, go to the next door. That wouldn't be terrible. Maybe I'll try that sometime. Actually, now that I think about it, it's not a bad idea. What was that guy's name? Survivor Man. Tell me if you know. Les. I want to say it's less something. Is it less something? Or is it more something? Less is more when you think about it. And that's the great thing about his show, is less was more, right? Because it was just him and a camera, and it was amazing. It was really cool. I don't think Survivor Man is still a thing. I mean, he still is, right? I don't know his name. This is what happens with me. I go off on tangents. I'm very tangential. It's a big word for a lot of people. It's a really big word for me. Okay. Speed limit here is 45. We're going 30. And there is a man on the weirdest vehicle I've ever seen. Hope you can see that behind us. He's almost going faster than us. That is a pedal board, bike, skateboard, unicycle thing. If you know what that is, please let me know. So I'm gonna go somewhere, set up a sign or two. I have 2 signs, I think. I think I brought 2 signs. And see if somebody will stop and converse with me about their story. I'm gonna shoot it all myself. I'm gonna run all the audio myself. And shoot all the video myself, do all the editing myself, put in all the pretty music myself and graphics, and I do a lot of that myself. Anyway, I always have. I enjoy that. It's a lot of fun for me. The real answer is I'm a bit of a control freak. And anybody who has ever worked with me will be doing this. They'll be nodding their head. But I have a particular way of writing a story and visualizing a story in the way that as we're chatting with these people and what I'm hearing, I'm seeing it play out. And I want to capture it in a particular way, and that's just my way. And I want to write it in a particular way, and that's just my style. And it's worked for a lot of years, you know? It's kept me employed until I'm doing it by myself. In my car, talking to myself. I don't really feel like I'm talking to myself, people. Because I'm talking to you right now, my people. Thank you for being here. So, tell your friends, tell everybody, shout it from the rooftops that Todd is telling stories again. He's driving in his car and he's talking to the windshield, is what's happening. Essentially what is happening is I'm driving in my car and I'm talking to a windshield. So tell everybody about that, because that's important. Not everybody does this. You know what I'm doing today, and this is important. So I have every excuse to not be doing this today. I got nobody to help me. It's me. I got a carload of junk. It's not junk, it's expensive equipment, which is just sitting there otherwise. And it is a pain to pack all this up, get it all ready, make sure all the settings are correct, charge all the batteries, get all the memory cards. The checklist to have everything ready for a shoot. And yes, I could do it the way I did it my very first TV job, when it was just me and I was one-man banding, and I grabbed the camera, went out, a microphone, went out and did a story. And it was fine. For KEPR, Tri-Cities, Washington, first job out of television, and I did a great job. And we put on a dandy newscast. But my standards have raised since then. So I want 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 cameras. I have 5, 6 cameras with me. I don't need that, but I've got it. And I probably won't use them all, but I have them. 7 cameras if you count the dash cam. Probably won't use footage from that. Could turn it around. Every excuse not to pack all this up. It is a pain. I've not done all this before by myself. But I'm going to do it. I'm going to try it. and see how it works. Maybe it will flop miserably. I'll be a complete and utter failure, a laughingstock, and you people will have something to talk about at the water cooler. But I'm doing it, so that's the important thing. Is I'm getting out and I'm doing something despite all the excuses not to. And my seatbelt is covering the microphone even. And yet I'm still doing it. So let that be a lesson to you. I am at said park. Now I just need to location scout. Find somewhere to park so that I'm in close proximity to my car and somewhere where I can set up a chair and some signs and hopefully get somebody to see the signs. I sound so biblical right now. Yeah, see, this is what I'm doing. And I got that one too. I like that one better. Just don't know if anybody can see my sign. I like the smaller sign because it says, "Please tell me your story." I'd say we're up to 5 minutes now. Yep, 5:08. What I'm thinking is it helps when there's a visible camera person or two. When people think, hey, I'm gonna be on TV. So I could at least set up a camera. I left the lens cap on. Okay, get ready for sprinklers. Let's see if a big camera makes a difference. All right, we're 21 minutes into this. No end in sight. Could be a long winter. People are thinking, what is wrong with this dude? I even resorted to getting on Facebook Live. If you know where this park is, did you want to tell me your story?
No. I want to take a picture with you.
But finally.
Hi, I'm Rose.
Nice to meet you, Rose. But I think we're ready. I just need to make sure my microphone is
Going there.
rolling. Okay, it looks good.
All right.
Oh my, oh my. All right. And the trick is not to look into the camera. Just look at me. We'll have a conversation.
Okay.
Stay right there for a second. And I'm going to get just one shot of the two of us chatting. And this is what my camera guys would do if we weren't here. Okay. Who needs them?
You can multitask,
Exactly,
right? You
yeah.
can do whatever you want.
I don't know. It's, like I said, I don't like it that much. Got a great interview with Rose, then went to her house, shot some video, and shot some pictures of pictures. So that took a while. Not ideal. Not terrible. But a great story. I started to think it would never happen. The battery died on this camera, and I don't even know if I got any footage on this of people stopping and me sitting out there like a fool. Anyway, finally Rose stopped. And Rose had a great story. So it all worked out. Now I'm gonna go finish this up and beg for subscribers and views and likes. And hopefully what I do pays off someday. Bought a soda. Likes me some soda. It's diet. So I'm not getting the empty calories, high fructose corn syrup, just the aspartame that'll give me the brain tumor or whatever. I don't know. All right, so I'm continuing the saga. It's not really a saga. I got a great story with Rose and needed to shoot an outro or a stand-up, whatever you want to call it. So this is my setup, and yeah, I just set up a couple of lights. I tried a reflector. It's hard to reflect yourself. So I waited for the sun to go down. You see the sun is, oh, it's beautiful. Man, look at that. It's gorgeous. And I set up some lights, camera, action, and shot myself. We'll see how it turns out. This might be a mess, but I'm gonna get a shot of that sunset before it goes away. So goodbye. And I am talking. Okay. Well, we all know the moral of that story. You take a risk and it pays off. I did not strap that camera in. Oh boy. Well, famous last words. We'll drive carefully, because I forgot to strap the camera. I have to put the car in gear. It's been a long day. It's all right. Got a story. We're done. It's getting dark. We're gonna go home now. So people will think, all right, good job, you did it. Your work is done. No. It's when the work begins. It's when you go through all the footage. We call it logging the story. And you find all the best sound bites and the best video and the best natural sound. So we call it nat sound. And the sound bites are sots. Got some sots, got some nat sound. Even better yet, you got some nat sots. Yeah. For TV news, I used to write a lot of VOSOTs. Again, another tangent. Here's what is happening. I'm driving home, it's dark, and I'm gonna go back and ingest. That doesn't mean I'm gonna eat dinner. Going to put all of the footage from the memory cards into a hard drive. It's all ones and zeros. Somehow it works. It makes pretty video. And I'm gonna write up a little story. Put it on the internet. Somehow that works too. This is what's amazing, my friends. Back in the day, back when I started the broadcasting, you needed a network. You needed one of the big 3 or 4 or 5. It started growing. Now, you don't need a network. You have your own network. You can create your own network. It's called the interwebs. And you can network people all over the world to watch your stuff or listen to your stuff or read your stuff. So there's no excuses. I was having breakfast with a friend this week, And we were talking about no excuses. And the day before in church, the age-old adage of the question, when is the best time to plant a tree? Well, the answer, 20 years ago. When's the second best time to plant a tree? The second best time is right now. So there are just no excuses. Just do it now. Do something now. And so that's what I did today. But there are some other things that I could be working on. Not nearly as fun as telling people stories. I love telling people stories. So that's what I decided to do. Go out and tell a story today. Sit in a chair and wait for somebody to stop. I wasn't really proactive, I'll admit it. But it's hard to be that way when you don't have a camera dude following you around. So, what did I do? I just sat on my keister and waited. But I planted a tree. I made something happen. Like I said, maybe nobody will watch my story. But I think people will. And I want this to grow because I want to tell more stories. I want to be able to pay a crew. Okay? I'm out of stuff to say. Just rambling. I'm going to take another swig.